Welcome to Subscription Prescription, the podcast where you get the information you need to scale your subscription program. Did you know Shopify stores lose 10 to 15% of their revenue by not offering upsells? But you can add upsells in minutes with OneClickUpsell. This week's dose is sponsored by them, and if you've listened to any of these episodes in the past, then you know how important it is to include upsells as part of the subscriber journey. OneClickUpsell is the #1 upsell app for 18,000 Shopify stores, including Tushy, Dr. Squatch, and Victoria Beckham. And guess what? They've made their brands $670 million in extra revenue. I'll have a link in the show notes you can use to go check them out, but you can try it for free at OneClickUpsell.com. You can get installed and set up your first funnel in just under 10 minutes. So please, if you have a chance, go to OneClickUpsell.com and start including upsells as part of your subscription sales funnel today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another dose of Subscription Prescription, the podcast where we help you unlock e-commerce subscriptions. I'm really excited today to be joined by Thor Kellen, the CEO and co-founder of XEndurance. Thor, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Matt, I know we've chatted before, but happy to share a little bit of the background of the company. We launched with our flagship product called XEndurance, which we've done numerous clinical studies, several open label studies on showing a reduction in lactic acid and increase in aerobic threshold, VO2 max, reduction in creatine kinase, basically a bunch of biomarkers improving athletic performance. And, we've been historically pretty bad at marketing and sharing that message out there since 2008 when we brought the product to the United States. Since then, and really I've been with the brand for 6 years now, have nailed down messaging, nailed down, a better presentation to the marketplace, better website, packaging, branding, the whole gambit, and have kind of hit our stride in a way. About 5 years ago, we actually stopped selling across multiple different channels. Amazon, bodybuilding.com, Vitamin Shop, GNC. We were, kind of spread out everywhere, and we sunsetted those channels, which was a little scary because Amazon at the time was about 30% of the product mix. It was it contributed a decent amount of revenue, but we migrated all of that over to purely our own website. So 99% of our sales come through our site today. And what that allowed to do, and part of that was rolling out a membership functionality, which serves both as a slight copycat to Amazon, but also a ambassadorship program, which we were having early success with, allowing people to have an affiliate link and earn commissions. And some people have really gravitated toward that, and some haven't. I would say over the last 12 months, a majority of our it's called the team membership, and I'll dive into the specifics, but a majority of those are really just signing up for the great membership rewards and product. So what that is, to be specific, is a $95 membership, and we've held that price constant for since inception, and we really wanted to be under that $100 test, that price test. I feel like it's a little sticky, and what you get with that is free shipping on every single order. You get 25% off all products and apparel. You get a host of partner perks. So we partnered with about 40 different brands that give us a discount code themselves, and we pass that on to those members. And there's additional loyalty benefits. We give 2 times loyalty rewards. So what is that really? For every $1 spent, we give 2 times points, which can be redeemed as a coupon. For
you guys still doing a store credit as well? Oh yeah, $100 in product rewards, right?
Yep. Yeah. And so the big kicker, and this wasn't actually at inception, this was rolled out 18 months ago, we're like, we just want to make this a total no-brainer for anyone looking at it, like a surface level within 30 seconds can make an evaluation on whether or not this
Right.
is worthwhile.
Well,
And so what we give now is two $50 product coupons upon purchase.
yeah, I mean, it worked for me. So for anyone who's familiar with some of my other content where I talk about subscription brands, because you're one of the few that I've seen that are leveraging both subscription and memberships, right? That's I think the memberships is catching more steam, but you're one of the few that's doing both of those concurrently. We met when I was training for my first triathlon last year. And I remember you telling me about the skepticism people have, that a product can work this well. But then also when people try it, they don't want to share it. So what's funny story is I get the product, I start using it, and I notice the impact immediately. Like the test is what you say, like do a Sunday run and then a week later start taking the supplement and then go do the exact same run the following Sunday and you're going to see instant results. And I'll tell you, dude, the thing is, I don't know if I ever complained to you about this on Twitter or not, but it works so well. So I'm older, and part of the whole reason I was doing the triathlon was I was trying to get back into a rhythm and upping my
Yep.
training schedule. And it was like pouring gas on the fire. So it was like for me, I was like doing a brick, right? So I was doing a run and a bike. That's a brick. Might run for or I might run bike ride for 30 minutes and then run for 20 minutes. So that was kind of right around my training zone. Then I start taking XEndurance and my bikes were like an hour and then I was running for 30, 45 minutes and I had plenty of energy. The problem is that some of my joints were not quite ready for the level
Yeah.
of output that I put in. So I'm pretty sure XEndurance kind of like I mean, you helped me crush the triathlon, but I'll tell you right now, I'm training again, but just for running, and I'm holding off on throwing XND back in there because I want to make sure that I have all of my good foundation
So
and all
yeah.
everything's ready to go. And I know this is not like me just blowing smoke. Like everybody listening, I literally use the product. You should go try it out if you do any endurance training. That is how effective it is. It literally like 50% increase in what I was able to do within just a couple weeks.
We it's funny you say that, and I try to stay away from anything corny or cheesy or all that when we talk with customers, but they're like, okay, what are the side effects? And we're like, legitimately, the only side effects we know of is overtraining. Because people, can assume like, hey, I'm feeling great. Like, I'll just do another cycle. I'll do another day. And reality is if you actually don't truly let your body recover, depending on your age and, general well-being, you're not doing the proper recovery, you you can
Yeah.
get into
Yeah.
an interesting situation.
Yeah, my workload's a lot less, so I'm excited to put it back in. I'm right about ready. Like again, I've got several months of just real good consistency and feeling really good. My knees been good, so I'm excited to get back on that train again. And then you mentioned the no brainer offer. So I mean, again, as just a quick story, Thor sent me some free product. I start using it. I use it up, so I go back to order some more. And yeah, when I saw the membership offer, like get $100 worth in product right away, I bought it. Like I bought the membership off of that. And then I think the other fun story is that I've used anecdotally before is like, who would buy skincare from an endurance
Yeah.
company? But the truth is that when I got that email a couple months after I've been using the product, and again, it comes out of trust. So the fact is like I when everybody talks about their formulation and all this stuff, right? And for a lot of brands, I think it's just noise, or maybe it's right for somebody else, but I'm usually pretty skeptical. But when you have a product that's working that effectively, and then you tell me we have a skincare brand that's also going to be like worth trying, like boom, I bought it and tried it. And I've never bought skincare online before. I usually go looking at the store, getting a dermatologist recommendation.
Yeah. And to add to that, a lot of people are saying, why would you add, 6 additional SKUs? It's a totally different market, different demographic, and we looked at that and we're like, well, how do you actually make the membership more valuable? And we talk about that every day is if we can actually build more value in that membership, then we think overall the business health actually, if we use that as our North Star, it goes quite well. And so it's like, well, how we actually make that membership more valuable is by offering additional high quality products at a discount. And so, if you just look at Amazon, why is Amazon so valuable? It's like, well, because they have, 200,000 products or what, it's insanely
Yeah.
valuable. So, so that's kind of the reasoning, or one of the key reasoning pieces behind launching that line. And,
Hmm.
but yeah, the operator in me is like, oh, another SKU, we got to, um,
Another totally
more
different
money.
type of sales experience, if, depending on how
Yep.
people come to you. So have you
Yep.
found that, I mean, I'm assuming then the primary strategy has been to selling that to existing members and
Yep.
customers. That's probably been your
Yep.
strongest sales channel for the skincare as opposed to spinning up a whole new type of
100%.
Facebook acquisition strategy. Okay. I'm
100%.
curious on the membership side, what are some of the benefits you've seen? I mean, have you seen, obviously initial AOV is going to be higher, but does that
Yep.
create a stronger LTV metric for you guys? Like, are people that are on the membership just sticking around and buying more? I'd love to hear more about some of the brand benefits that you've seen in offering the
Yeah.
membership.
So we're seeing, in excess of a two times, the LTV is twice what a normal retail customer would be, in excess of that. You can even probably about 2.5 times. And so we're seeing, what does that equate to? Really 2 times as many orders throughout the year. And it very, like, some people who really maximize the membership are ordering, in excess of 12 times a year. But I would say on average, your team member is ordering, seven times a year. And a normal retail customer is probably ordering, every, 60 to 90 days,
Okay.
so there's a big pickup there. And if you think about the AOV increase as well, that's with the 25% discount. So
Interesting.
uh,
Okay.
you're seeing a $40-50 AOV increase, but it's with the discount. So really what they're doing is they're buying the normal products they would have bought as a retail customer, but they're adding 1 to 2 additional products in their cart, which
Okay.
is phenomenal. It's what we wanted. We're saying, hey, listen, like, we have, call it maybe the 3 products that people really gravitate toward a company for. Great. But we have other great products. And instead of you jumping to another brand or going to Amazon, we'd rather give it to you at a great discount, ship it to you for free, but stick in the family.
So
Stay. Yeah.
do you think that so from what I'm hearing then is it's not just the membership as in because the question is always like, does the membership incentivize more purchases, or is it just people that are already buying a lot that just happen to give you a little bit more money? But it sounds like from what I'm hearing you say is that the membership is doing two things. One, it's giving people more value by getting more products. But for you, it's also a way of like you're introducing people to other products you offer. Is that one of the
Mm-hmm.
reasons why? But
100%.
so the membership is actually a gateway for people to buy more from you because they're now putting products on in their cart or in their subscription potentially that they would not otherwise have tried without the membership as an offer.
100%. And, when we put an email campaign out, people will quickly just purchase, without really thinking about it too much, because the friction's reduced with the shipping costs being
Right.
totally taken from that. The the other thing, and I'll actually speak to almost a detriment, is because of the frictionless, as we say, if you will, purchase process. People will, they might order like an omega today, and then a week later they'll order a creatine, and a week later they'll order a protein, and so
And
that
so you're
that
hitting all those
purchase,
shipping costs.
yeah, which is actually, so I look at it, and I in my head I know what the orders I hate to see,
Right.
but I know that they themselves are getting exactly what they
Right.
expected out of the membership. So it's just,
How are you doing that with like a
yeah.
quick action thing? Like, how are you doing with the email marketing? Are people like just one click and they're getting it added to a subscription order, or are they going through a checkout process? I'm curious because I've been having some conversations about that lately.
Yeah, the friction of the way we have membership set up, which, you know, like, I know Inveterate, I'm not exactly familiar with their platform, but I'm curious if they have a better way of doing this. Is for them to take advantage of the pricing, they have to be logged in. So
Okay.
you can click on that, buy now, but if you're not already logged in, or you're on a different device, like, you do have to log into your account, which, you have to log into your Netflix account, you have to log in your Amazon account. You have to be logged in. But but yeah, then at that
Okay.
point, once you're logged in, it's yeah.
I'd be curious because I know with like because you guys are using Smartrr. There's Get
Yep.
ARPU, and I think that they've opened up some of their integrations, but there's another company here in Utah called Zamo, and they do like quick actions out of email. I wonder if they can preload stuff based off of subscriber emails that might circumvent. It's a good question
And
that we
I
can.
had, yeah, there's this gentleman, I mean, he's on X. If he's hearing this, he's gonna kick me because I can't remember his app's name, but he does it's a pre-cart loaded with specific bundled pricing, or you can be
Okay.
you have very dynamic discounts, and it's great. It wouldn't mesh with the way we have our kind of
Right.
catalog set up.
Yeah, no, I think that makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay. No, that's all really interesting. And yeah, I think it's you brought up Embedder, but it's an interesting question, right? Because Smarter as a platform is able to embed your membership functionality and your subscription functionality,
Yep.
right? And so you guys have been using them for a while. How do you like that experience with them?
Smarter's been good. I'm a big fan of their analytics. I think they do a
Okay.
very good job on the analytics side, coming from Recharge, which Recharge was tough to really like dive in and pull like um, actionable insights from them. Where I think Smarter, if anything, I'd say that's the biggest value add from them. I did evaluate Stay AI. Is that still the name, or
Yeah.
retention? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Stay A.
Skio as well. Yeah, Stay. Yeah. So we evaluate all of them. They're all honestly all quite similar. Smarter did not have their membership functionality when we moved with them. So our
Oh, okay.
membership functionality is somewhat actually custom built between a handful of flows and we have a dual pricing catalog. So every product is basically duplicated and mirroring the original one, but at the different
Okay.
pricing. So their website is the moment that they're logged in, they're basically served different
Different
collection
products based
pages.
on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
yeah.
I'm curious then with like, because you guys have so we recently did an interview with Mark Ritz, the CEO at Carnivore
Yep,
Snacks, because they do
yep.
both memberships and subscriptions. And their approach has been they've struggled to find a good way to position the offer for the one-time subscription and membership. So they'll usually
It's
membership gets
difficult.
out of the cart or email. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that because on the site right now, you've got the one-time and so I was just testing a minute ago, one time or subscription, you see the membership as an upsell, I'm assuming via rebuy and the cart that's swings out. How do you see like from a conversion standpoint or positioning your offer standpoint, some of the tests either you've run or what you've seen be effective for that?
Yeah, and yeah. So just for everyone listening, we have retail price, so no discount, and then there's a subscription option for retail customers that is a 10% discount, and then there is the membership option. And when you have the membership, there is no additional discount for subscriptions. We do say you have additional loyalty points, but um, people, that's all really just preference at that point. I don't think we have a significant amount of subscriptions who are team members because they are just order frequently and they're fine. So taking a step back, I actually didn't want to offer a discount for retail customers and to push more of the value to the team memberships, but you kind of have to give customers what they want.
Right.
And so a lot of people are fine. And we have a significant amount of subscriptions who are retail customers and they pay the shipping. And that's fine because it's usually maybe a single SKU or two SKUs and that's it. And no strings attached. They don't want a membership. Totally fine. So that option is actually heavily adopted. Um, and then our membership is that upsell option as well. But yeah, I mean, if you look at our product pages, I'm like, is that too many options? It's kind of like a good, better, best,
Sure.
but I think, and funny enough, gentlemen, you just mentioned we had the same website redesign done from the agencies called Yonder,
Okay.
two guys out of Australia, and I'm plugging them because they did just a wonderful
I
job.
mean, it's a beautiful site.
yeah, with messaging, the dynamic of how that should be positioned, and, the card upsell, like it just knocked it out of the park. And so that once I saw a mock-up, I was like, yep, that works. I just, yeah, it's all good.
I like it. So from a like a sales experience standpoint, you're kind of like leaving it because at least right now, I mean, are you guys doing other tests with landing page offers or how like
Yeah.
that are a little bit
So we
different or
have
crafted a little bit
a
differently?
yeah, so we have, and I can speak to that because actually it's pretty good data there. We have a landing page offer that we've had for about a year now. And so keep in mind, like once you're a normal customer, we really don't, you will not see discount codes other than a traditional promotion, maybe like a buy two, get one free, but we really are discount light. And so, and with the membership, it makes us very nervous to give out discounts
Sure.
to first time customers. It's just something we're, very particular about. But this offer on our landing page is a good, better, best. It's a retail price with a $10 gift card. So really kind of a lame offer for good. And then better is a 2 pouches of extreme endurance, a free Omega, and then a $25 gift card. So we never discount that price of extreme endurance, but you're getting a free product, which is a $38 value, and you're getting a $25 gift card. Hopefully, incentivizing them to come back, spend, great.
Right.
And that people, I would 60% take rate on that middle offer, so wonderful. And then the best value is actually the membership, and that membership, which gives them the 2 free coupons of
Right.
$50, and they get a free Omega. So it's it's almost like an unbelievable savings on paper, but excess of $150 plus the free shipping plus the savings uh, that they get for Extreme Endurance, which is 25% off. And we actually see first time customers at a pretty good rate taking that offer. So it's
I
just
love that.
wonderful.
And I
Yeah.
mean, you're talking about again, so for everybody listening, the idea is most subscription brands have a product or a couple products that they're selling as a bundle and they test discounts. And that is all the testing they do from an offer standpoint. And Thor has just broken down for you a really creative, but what sounds like to be an effective method of positioning a couple different options. But also the offers can be other products that you're including. The free shipping is part of that upsell, and then ultimately the membership. And I just love that because that's, I mean, not only is that creative, but it sounds like it's profitable from you on the business standpoint. And then customers are getting all kinds of value there. It's like a very clear win-win for anyone who's coming to that.
Yeah. And if you zoom out and put yourself, in the customer's shoes, and I look at that offer, like, and even just on the page, like if you instantly know that that's a good deal, like that they're not breaking even, they're making money on that first purchase by how much they save. It's a win. And so when they're looking at that and we get a decent take rate, even though they're maybe have just been checking out our ads for a week, maybe have seen an athlete talk about it, but if they're taking that first offer, that's a $180 purchase on their first go. I mean, I don't know. I didn't think that was going to be possible when we first kind of structured that. Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. Is there anything else, Thor, you think of from advice from a subscription or membership standpoint, either from retention, acquisition, anything that you can think of that would be useful for anybody watching or listening?
Yeah. I think it's probably kind of like everyone's going to listen and be like, no, duh. But the membership really started getting heavily adopted after we redesigned our website. And so what does that mean? Means messaging became very good. It means, visuals became very appealing. It felt clean. It felt friendly. It just, it you're just positioning in such a way that you can take someone who's maybe been on your site once or twice and making it feel like a no-brainer. So, I think consumers are definitely smart enough to, realize like if this is a legitimate membership or if it kind of seems half-baked. And so it took us to have a very flushed out, CRO, product page,
Right.
upsell for it to really
Well,
click. So
I,
yeah,
I know that sounds obvious, but honestly, again, for the amount of brands that I see doing subscriptions on a daily basis, it's the sites don't feel like there's a flow to them. There's just here's the products, or here's
yeah,
like a brand, like here's what we care about, and here's our products. So if you're talking about identifying that with for XEndurance, that the membership drives a lot of value for you as the brand, and it's something you're trying to get people to take more of, then redesigning the website to match that as an experience standpoint makes sense. And so I think, yeah, that's the whole advice is if you see something starting to work or something on your business is starting to make a lot of sense and customers are engaged or are finding that valuable, then make a redesign or change the experience so you can pull more and more people into that.
yeah,
That is subscription, maybe not 101, but 102 kind of thing. Like you want to figure it
yeah,
out, but then optimize the experience for that. So I love that. Thank you.
yeah. And then one more thing I'll say is I don't think memberships work for most brands. And I say that because yeah, sure, it's part of it's economically driven, but the other part is your product mix. There's this one brand, I won't name it, but it's in the female product care category. Think skincare, but not skincare. And the gentleman who was kind of that I was talking to you about his economics, and he wanted to offer something. It was kind of similar to what we had. And the more we drove into it, it's like, well, if their customers all of a sudden start ordering every week, you know, some of their SKUs, it could become a very bad
Right. Yeah.
economical situation for them. So you got to be careful, right? It's like shipping costs keep going up, and we keep absorbing all those shipping costs, and it's just kind of this it's this interesting balance that you have to somehow land on for it to all work well.
It really is in evaluating what people are going to find the most valuable and what you can offer.
Yeah,
And then again, that question and I asked kind of at the top was, is this going to incentivize more purchases or is this simply just going to be another version of a loyalty program, right? Like you're just giving people more points or are you actually getting people to buy more? Because if you can do that in a way where you're not going to get killed on eating the shipping, that can be really
yeah,
effective.
yeah, yeah. It's a balance. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Thor, thank you so much for coming on the show. Once again, for anybody who's interested, please go check out the letter XEndurance.com. I'll have a link to the show notes. You can connect with Thor on Twitter. He's fairly active there. And again, man, thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate it, Matt. Yeah, and good luck with training.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. That's it for this week's dose. I'd like to give another shout out to our sponsor, OneClickUpsell. Again, if you don't have upsells going in your store right now, or if you're looking for a better way to do them, please go check them out at oneclickupsell.com. I'll have a link in the show notes. But again, for those of you that don't understand or are not doing this so far, upsells are an important integrated part of the subscription marketing funnel. It's something you can use to add in one-time options or other subscription items that they can add to their ongoing subscription. It signals high intent and it is great for improving retention over the long run. So please go check out oneclickupsell.com. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe so that you can get notified when new episodes come out each week on Tuesdays.